Here we go. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. That's our first episode.
Yes, it's our first.
Welcome.
So who is this guy in front of me?
It's you.
I mean you.
Oh, I'm joking. I'm William. I'm a physical therapist.
Mm-hmm.
So I touch
A
people.
real one?
Yeah, a real. I'm studying. So I'm in second grade.
Yeah.
And it's fun. Yeah. And this is the main subject about the channel. So we're gonna discuss about some subjects, some topics, and just discuss about it. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah. And who's the person in front of me?
You?
No, you took my joke. That's not nice.
So my name is Theo. I am not yet a physical therapist, unlike this guy.
I'm surely not. No.
But we're pretty much in the same shoes. We're second year students.
Yeah.
Studying at the University of
Sherbrooke.
Respect.
Promoting Sherbrooke, yeah. It's a nice university.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are living near it, so you went to this university. But for me, I live far away, in the galaxy, far away.
In the galaxy.
And I went to Sherbrooke because it's a nice school. People said that it's a good education.
Okay. I never asked you why you chose Sherbrooke. Did you apply to different schools?
I applied to Quebec, Laval, and Montreal. So three schools. And Sherbrooke.
Okay.
I was accepted in Laval, Montreal, and no, I did not apply to Montreal. No, I did not apply to Montreal. I just applied to Laval and Quebec.
Laval and Quebec.
And Sherbrooke. Yeah.
Okay.
And I was accepted to Laval, like I said, and also in Sherbrooke, because this is why I'm here. And I had to do a choice between both of them. And Quebec was it was a longer trip to get there. Yeah. It was very far from my family. So I decided to go to Sherbrooke because it was closer to me. And also I had more good critic about the school, the university. Yeah. You have a great student life. Yeah. And
what do you think about the way they teach us at the school?
Yeah, that's something that we did not talk about. It's called APP. I don't know what's the traduction for English.
APP. It would be something around the lines of learning by
yourself.
Pretty much. Learning by yourself. Yeah. But basically, they just give you
stuff to learn, and you just learn it by yourself.
Yeah, and they start off. They give you like a story. Well, not a story, but
a case of a patient.
A case study.
Yeah.
Exactly. So they give you a case study, and then they just say, okay, do it. Read.
You have a main topic about the case. So it could be pain. It could be
right.
The heart. It could be in the brain, something like this. And you need to. They give you
objectives.
Objectives. And you need to read about it. Yeah. And to do your main. You learn the objective. You learn how to treat the patient with this case, and what's the mechanism of this kind of brain disease or something like this. Yeah. And you can come back in class and you rediscuss about it with all your knowledge that you gain. So that's pretty interesting from the perspective that
from a learning perspective.
Yeah. Because normally it's a teacher in front. They tell you all the stuff. Yeah. You just need to take notes.
And let's be honest, that's really boring, right?
I mean, some people like it.
Yeah, some people like it, but honestly...
I thought at the beginning I would prefer a teacher just showing the notes.
Just giving you the stuff.
But after maybe 1 month, it just changed in my brain. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it also has to do with all the theory of active learning.
Yeah.
When you're just sitting in a class listening to a teacher, that's passive. You're just taking notes on whatever the person.
Learning,
it's
and
just absorbing.
Yeah.
But when you're actually studying it yourself, you force yourself to learn it, because the next class you have to explain it to your colleagues.
Yeah, that's the thing, because sometimes you say, "Oh, I think I got it."
Yeah.
But when it comes out to explain it,
it's so different.
So difficult, because you need to know it first of all, but after that you need to be in control of your learning.
Yes.
And to place your topics in your head, and this links to this links to this. That's really difficult for your brain, first of all. And for the first problems, in the first cases that we had, it was really difficult to just adjust to this type of learning. Yeah,
for sure.
Did you find it difficult? Or I was just alone in this situation?
It was difficult for me. I spent my years, basically my whole life in the books.
Yeah.
Spending all my time studying, and it was always the passive way, always a professor teaching, but it gets boring after a while, and I find it really interesting. This way of teaching is very good, because as a professional, you'll have to explain stuff to your patient, and so it also forces us to vulgarize. If that's a word.
If that's a word, to make it more understandable for the patient.
Vulgarization.
We're French, by the way. That's why our language is not on point.
It's a learning curve here. Yeah. Thanks for your understanding.
That's the first episode. So, we can just progress in the future. Yeah.
There is only room for progress.
Yeah, maybe that's the slogan of the channel.
We cannot go downhill from here. Well,
I totally agree. Yeah. Maybe,
Well,
I hope.
But,
and I think I think Sherbrooke is the only university using that method in Quebec.
In the whole province of Quebec.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know for Canada, but in Quebec, I think we are the only one.
I think it's the only one in Canada.
Yeah.
I'm not aware of any other schools that do this.
No.
But I think... Oh, no, sorry. There might be one in Ontario. I've heard that there's some school in Ontario that does it, and that they were the first ones to try it, to implement. Okay. And then Sherbrooke took the idea and started doing it, but there are like a handful of schools that do it.
Yeah.
Maybe just 2 of them.
That's not a lot.
It's not.
And it's weird because it's a great method to learn.
It is.
It's very different than in your high school and college. Yeah.
Yeah. And they also, this is one of the things that students don't like, mind maps.
Yeah.
Doing mind maps.
That's difficult. Yeah.
If you guys don't know what a mind map is.
That's really tough.
It's actually a mind map. You got to create a map in your mind.
Yeah. It's topics and you need to link it together.
Yeah.
To make it
so
one thing.
I don't know. Like, let's say the last class we had was
I don't remember.
a class on pain.
Yeah.
Okay. So it was a class, like three tutorship classes, and it was on pain.
Yeah.
And so you had to fit all the specific terms in each objective and try to link them somehow.
Yeah, it's not the one topic. It's like multiple topics that don't make sense together, but you need to make links to just remember it or to understand the mechanism behind it. And,
exactly. Yeah. And that's some students hate it.
Yeah.
And I first hated it because
you changed your mind.
Because it took me forever. It took me forever. Like, seriously, like the first maps I did.
The first thing, it was basic. It's like 10 notes, 10 pages of notes.
The first class we had?
The first one. The really first one. Yeah. With like
Gilbert.
Gilbert, the famous one.
The patient name is Gilbert.
Everyone knows Gilbert.
And we still reference that patient, by the way. It was a typical...
and it was simple, but it was our first time.
It was
That's
simple.
The thing, yeah.
Yeah. that one was hard. But then like just when you have like 40 to 50 concepts. And
imagine yourself putting 40 to 50 concepts on one page
piece of
together.
But actually the most challenging part of this was not to create the links. The links I could kind of see. It was to make it look pretty.
Oh yeah, that's the thing, to make it like even.
Yeah. Because if it's not pretty, the teacher is gonna say something about it, and you'll lose marks. Can you believe it?
So I can agree, because I mean, if you give the teacher something that looks really bad, the teacher won't see it or read it.
One of my teachers said, "Your map shouldn't look like like a spider."
Spider-Man?
What was the metaphor he used? He was a spider that has epilepsy.
A stroke.
Epileptic. Okay, so here's one of those times where we're rushing to find the English word. Une crise d'épilepsie, which is epileptic crisis or so.
I do believe.
Anyways,
when people
I'm
like
sure
going
you guys,
crazy.
When people start shaking like this, I'm sure you guys know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't look like a spider having one of those moments.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right.
But that's difficult.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, sometimes you want to do links between two concepts. Mm-hmm. And you can't, because it won't look good.
Yeah. One of them is on the top left corner and the other one is on the bottom right.
How can you can go 3D and go above him, construct a bridge or something.
3D maps. Can you imagine having that?
I don't want to imagine.
Insane.
Insane and so long to do.
Oh,
but it wouldn't look always pretty, because it would do like network connection. Yeah.
But like you wouldn't see it in a 2D plane. You would see it in 3D. So your piece of paper would be floating
on the paper. I didn't.
You could take the concepts and like move them with your hands. Like, it would be so sick.
Wow.
Right?
That's
the future. Yeah. That's the future of our program.
The program we'd like.
But for now, our program is called CMAPS.
CMAPS.
Shout out to
CMAPS. I don't know
whoever made this word.
It's a simple program, but it's effective. I mean, it's not difficult to learn it.
It does
it's really basic, but
again, it takes, the way it works is let's say you have two boxes and you want to link them. It takes the shortest distance. So the arrow you'll put is the shortest distance between the two squares. So you end up with a straight line everywhere.
Yeah.
So you can't do like
curves. And you can, but it's really difficult. You need to change the type of line.
Okay.
And
wait, what? You can make curved lines? Okay.
After only one year. You can.
Oh my God.
You can curve the line, but it's not pretty, because you can divide the line in two and do like two types of curves.
Right.
So it can go up and down.
Okay.
On the page, but it doesn't look good.
Okay.
So it's better to have straight lines or 90 degree lines. That's the best.
Yeah, that's the best.
Yeah, and if people want to try it, it's a great way if you really understood the problem or the subject.
It makes you boil down the core concepts of what you're studying.
Yeah.
Because when you're studying, I don't know about you, but I get sucked into the
words and all the
nitty-gritty and
details,
like the details.
Yeah.
And you get sucked in the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
And then you're trying to get out and
it's impossible, because it's just stuck here. Yeah.
Yeah. So it really forces you to look at the big picture.
Yeah.
Take the concepts.
To step back and look at your page and just reimagine your problem.
Yes.
It's a great way. If you're stressed, sometimes it's a good thing to just stepping back, do my how did you call it? The mind concept,
mind map.
Mind map.
Yeah.
That's another time when we're struggling with words. It's a great way to step back, relax, having a gin tonic.
Well, I'm not sure about relax.
Yeah, it's not relax. I mean, maybe that's not the right word, but
when I do the maps, I'm not relaxed. I'm like, geez, I want to get done with this.
But it makes you, like you said, step back and understand like the main subject.
Yeah.
To don't stress about all the tiny details and just focusing on them. Take the big picture.
Yes.
And if you understand this, just go one concept by one concept.
Yeah. And it's really something you have to get used to.
Yeah.
Because I know what you mean when you say relax. Because now I feel that I'm relaxed. In the second year, I know what to expect and all that. Now I'm more relaxed to doing those mind maps. And the reason for that is because you get accustomed to looking at the big picture. But when we first did them, we were so concentrated on specific
It was one
things.
concept that we did not understand.
Understand.
And it was like, okay, just go on the next subject. And trying to do links. But that's a difficult part. And you got the practice stuff. It's a different learning pattern.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's in class, so we are in 2x2, and the teacher is in front. We're like about 20 people in class. About it.
For you're talking about
HC,
the... Oh, okay.
The clinical abilities.
The clinical class. Yeah.
So we're about 20 students.
Yeah.
In like physical therapy tables. Don't know how to call them.
I mean,
massage tables.
They're pretty much massage tables.
Yeah.
Let's be honest
it's not
here.
A massage table.
No, it is not used for massage. No.
That's not the same kind of table we're talking about.
No. These tables are, by the way, apparently they're worth like $5,000 each.
Yeah, like I heard some tables cost like 7,000.
Yes.
And that's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, for what the table should be doing, just up and down. I mean,
the front can do this and this.
Yeah, that's it. But I mean, come on, a car. You can get a decent car for that price.
Yeah,
right.
I agree. Yeah.
That's so. Anyways, but we're very grateful for those.
Yeah, because that's great materials for learning and just to experiment on these. You have a great setup. I mean,
very good
and good teachers also.
Yes.
Not to be I don't know how to say it.
Not to be I don't know, man. Not to overreact.
Yeah, something like
I don't know what I'm saying.
Third time. But the thing is that the teacher is in front. We go like in circles around it. And he's like teaching some methods, like two or three techniques. A demonstration. And we go back at our place, our massage table, and we're practicing
not a
them.
Massage table.
We're practicing them about 15 minutes or 10. It depends of the teacher.
It depends.
And we go back, and the teacher
and then they show us something. Yeah. Remember the first class we had?
That was. Do you want to talk about it?
Sure.
Are you sure?
Well, I mean, sure, yeah.
That was a special class because it was the first time that we were touching like someone that we did not know. That's really weird because it's
touching in the sense of palpation.
Yeah, palpation.
Yeah.
Do you know what is a palpation?
A palpation, right.
Do you want to try it?
Yes. So here we have your radial ulnar head.
Yeah, I was like, no, that's not it.
This guy doesn't know what he's talking about.
We're still there.
So a palpation is just to touch, just to feel one of the structures of the body.
Yeah, it could be a tendon, it could be a muscle, it could be a bone, it could be...
Usually it's either a bone, muscle, or tendon.
Yeah.
In our cases.
Yeah. And the first thing we touch is here. The hole.
The hole there.
Yeah.
So here's the manubrium, right? Yeah, and it's right under the manubrium where you have, it's like a U shape, kind of a U shape.
Yeah.
Do you know the name of that structure?
The U shape is the sternum. The manubrium is a part of the sternum. But it's in French it's fourchette sternale.
Fourchette sternale.
But I don't know in.
Let's do a translate for this fourchette sternale. Fork, a sternal fork.
Yeah, but it's just above the sternum.
Yeah.
Part.
It kind of looks like a fork too when you think about it.
Yeah, it's like
because
you got
you have your two
tendon.
your two tendons here.
It's the interior scalene.
Interior scalene.
Right, scalene.
Yeah. But you have your first, your first, not the first rib. It's probably the second rib here. No, sorry. It's the
clavicule.
The what's that called in English?
What do you want to say in French?
La clavicule, no.
Clavicule,
no, that's
we could put another
sticker there.
But what do you want to say about this?
Where was I going with this?
It's the first time that we help somebody.
It looked like a fork, is what I wanted to say, because of the two
tendons
and the clavicule going on each side.
Yeah,
kind of looks like a devil's fork.
Yeah, I mean you have to have imagination, but yeah. And that was the first thing that we popped on somebody. That was
the first thing.
So we were going here, on the side, and here. So that was the first the first class after like the introduction, and but the other people was not feeling totally sure about what they were doing. So we were looking in each other's eyes, and so it was like, I don't know what I'm doing. You don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, let's go with the flow. But it's because he showed us like so many different structures to palpate at first, and we were just overwhelmed
because we were not used to it.
No, exactly. Yeah. And people were super shy at first.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because like I said, no one knows what they were doing. Yeah. And
plus, you're touching somebody else.
Yeah. But today it's like so normal for us.
Now it's normal. Yeah. Even with girls. Well,
watch out. Going.
I'm going down a slippery slope.
Yeah. Just take it easy.
But like, I remember I used to ask permission. Can I touch this structure?
Yeah.
Especially to a female.
Because you need to be aware of the thing that go wrong.
It's all about consent, right?
Yeah. That's really important concept.
Consent.
Yeah.
Which
and
is
that's the first thing that they teach us. Consent.
Yes. Yeah. And now we just take it as granted. Like,
with each other now. Yeah. But with other people.
With other people for sure. Yeah.
But with us, yes. We're always practicing some exercise, techniques, palpation, etc. Yeah. Do you remember your first time palpate and you need to see the muscle underneath the skin? You're like, I don't know. I saw it in the books. When it comes to palpate, to touch the structure, man, that's rough.
Yeah, but not the hardest part, but let's be honest, we are not a lot of guys in this program.
No.
Right?
Yeah,
I think I can count how many guys there are in our program in both of my hands.
Maybe one.
We're probably less than 10.
I think
in
physio? 7?
Yeah.
7 guys.
Definitely less than 10.
Yeah.
Which means that we're surrounded with women.
Oh, yeah.
But when we palpate women, muscles
feels different also.
It feels different, but it's very hard to see.
Because we were used to touching, palpate each other. That's the better word.
Yeah.
And you got nice muscles, I can say. So it's easy to just doing this.
Just when you flex, you can see it moving.
Yeah.
Even if we don't work out that much, we can still see it. But when a woman does this, it's hard.
Sometimes it doesn't show up.
You just don't see anything. So.
And it's not because the girl is not in shape or anything. It's just the morphology, anatomy. Yeah. And this is why we are switching partners. I don't know how to say partners.
Yes.
It was to feel different structure, different body. Different,
it was one of the requirements we had to do. We had to switch tables every time.
Yeah. That was rough. We're not doing it anymore because of COVID-19.
Don't start that.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That changed
now
everything.
Now I'm stuck with this guy.
Yeah, we're just studying each other. So, yeah.
I know his body as much as I know mine. Crying out loud.
Not that much.
Oh, man.
Yeah. But
should I mention the fact that we had a massage class last week? And because of the whole situation,
our relationship like changed.
Went
step up
to the next level.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it was not
it was not weird
because we're not shy. We're just okay. Let's do it in the professional way. That's the thing. Because if you're not doing it for the professional thing or do it in a particular way, it's just like scrap everything.
Yeah. You just look at the body. It's like there's a body in front of you.
It's like a science object.
Yeah. Yeah. It's exactly. Yeah. You just look at the body. You look at what you're doing. And often I don't even think about the person that's there. Like even when I was doing a massage on you.
Yeah. It was for the professional and technical way. To help the patient or the client to get better.
Yeah. I only realized it was you that I was doing a technique on when you spoke to me.
Yeah.
Then you flip the switch. I was like, oh, okay, that's William. Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
So.
And we're saying this because if you are going in a physical therapy program, sometimes you don't feel comfortable doing this the first time, but just if you are confident on what you're doing, it won't be the atmosphere won't be difficult or heavy or it's if you're confident, it's gonna go well. People's gonna be confident in you.
Yeah.
And it's gonna go
But you definitely have to I was gonna say touching people, but
that's not the
it's you have to like being close. I mean, I don't know how to say this. You have to be at ease with another human body, and you cannot be afraid of being close to a person, and because you really, there is a barrier between two people. Like when you meet someone in the street, you don't go and hug them.
Yeah.
You do a handshake or maybe not now. Now it's just nothing. Yeah. But there's always a barrier. But when you're studying in this field, you cross that barrier really fast.
Yeah.
As soon as you got the consent, you step in.
You go in the professional way doing your job. And your job is to manipulate the patient with caution and with your knowledge that you are.
And you're entering the other person's life too.
Yeah. That was also difficult because we were doing practice with real patient.
Yeah.
And that's the moment when I realized, okay, that's gonna be the job. Because at one point with friends, it's easy. You just talk and you are in a relationship, a friend relationship. And after you go with the real patient and it switched like, okay, this patient needs help. Yeah. And how can I help him? With his consent, of course.
Yeah.
And that's the moment when it changed. Like, okay, I need to build a relationship with him, professional and patient relationship, and I need to build it. I need to don't scrap it. And that's
exactly
because it's not only knowledge; it's how you talk with people. It's how you build up a relationship. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's because some people are really good at school, but when it's the moment to build a relationship, they are really bad.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the main two things.
Yeah, and you're talking about these patients that we had. They were some of them were simulated, like fake patients.
Yeah,
like profs acting, but.
Some of them they were.
In our first year, we actually had a lot of real patients.
With stroke, with
strokes, paralysis, mainly stroke.
Yeah.
We had a lot of stroke
because it was neurology.
Yeah. But even though they were selected to the program and they knew what to expect of us, they knew it was education.
Yeah.
And they didn't expect us to treat them or to fix their problems. That was not the point, and they knew that. But what was interesting for us, like you said, we even as students, as first year students, we knew that we couldn't fix them, but we were trying to know them.
Yeah.
Trying our best to fix them.
The problem, not to fix them, but fix the problem that they had.
Yeah. But we really tried to,
if they have stiffness in their arm, or like doing exercise to get it better, and But
it was really interesting because it was a practice, but at the same time, it made us feel
like real professionals.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Which is one of the other good sides about this program. We have a lot of practice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
on real patients.
I think we are the best for practice when we go out after school.
Yes.
Because some university focus on
anatomy. A lot of
anatomy.
Yeah.
And we're also doing anatomy, but we're practicing a lot more on practice. Yeah.
Yes.
And that's the main difference.
Right.
Some of the time it's not good for us because we don't know enough our anatomy. Maybe that's the
yeah. But I feel like anatomy you can always learn by yourself. Like you don't need a school to teach you anatomy. Like you can buy an anatomy book and do it yourself. It's not but something that it's hard to learn by yourself is having those interactions with real patients early in the program.
Yeah.
So books are always going to be there, but the more practical experience you have with patients at first, the better.
Yeah.
I think the better clinician you'll become.
Yeah.
And you're right. I think Sherbrooke University.
I think we're the best or near the top one for practicing.
Exactly.
Do you want, for example, if you take this concept and put it out of context, do you want to fly with a pilot that just study for driving planes, or you want to fly with someone who has maybe 2,000 hours of fly, but did not go to the school?
Yeah, well, I want the pilot that went to school and has the amount of
it's a one or
it's a one or the other.
Yeah.
I would probably choose the one who actually did it. Yeah.
Because it's different in the books and in real life.
For sure.
Yeah.
So let's take your example. Okay, so here's someone who went to flight school but never flew an airplane. And then so you're on a commercial flight, okay? And the pilot that's currently in the cockpit passed out, and there's nobody flying the plane. And as a passenger, you have one guy who went to flight school but never flew a plane, and then you have another person that did the flight simulators on his computer and has like thousands of hours of flight experience.
Yeah.
Which one you take to fly to safely land your plane?
Because with stress, some you forgot some things like in theory or so if you don't practice, you won't. How can I say this? I mean, the flight simulator is closer to real life.
Yeah,
that's for sure. And I do believe that school in theory is not really close to this type of situation.
Yeah.
And also, if it's an emergency, you need to have the guy who knows what to do in that situation.
It's a tough call.
In practice, because it's not let's do this and this, but you don't know where the stuff is, That's the difficult question. But I think I would take the guy who game a little bit on the simulator flight.
He takes the gamer.
Yeah, the gamer with big PC.
Yeah, but
But that's a great question. Some people would prefer the other guy.
Yeah. Yeah, but usually, I know this is just an extreme example, but usually you want the person who was in the field who was in the action.
Yeah.
I keep thinking, some motivational speakers, they often, some of them didn't do anything in their life. They have nothing to show for, and they're a motivational speaker.
Yeah.
But that's very sad, because you want someone who went through the hard work, who experienced the hard times, and then he's able to motivate people. But don't give me that crap of like motivational speaker. And what did you do?
Yeah.
What do you have that you can show me and say, okay, here's what I went through?
Yeah.
You just gotta do it.
If not, you're gonna take the guy as he did nothing, and it's just like stuff, because it's easy to say, but to do it's another thing. Yeah.
Walk the talk, or talk the walk.
That's the thing. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah, I didn't. I think you said where you were from and all that.
Yeah.
And then we
did not. I would like to talk about the. I don't know how to say it, but prosection. That's a really nice subject.
Prosection. Yes.
So
what is prosection?
What is prosection? Okay.
Because I knew what dissection was.
Yeah.
But prosection.
It's really different. And
explain that.
Yeah. It's anatomy class. So you're learning your anatomy, and you have a. I don't know how to describe it. You go in class.
Yeah.
And to learn the anatomy, you have a person that's laying down and does not seem to have interaction with you, because the person is dead. So it's a dead body in front of you, laying back on the belly, and all the skin is removed. So you just see the muscle, and it's a real patient. It's a real person that was here or is here. Some people think that it's weird, and I totally agree. At the first time, I was like, "What am I doing in this class?" But after a while, you just see the person like like you said,
a tool
or a scientific object, or just an object that you can learn of it. And the thing is that you can see all the muscle on the body, so you can see where it started, when it finished, the body of the muscle, and you can also touch it. That's the thing. You can see the fibers going up or right, left. And it's more easy to see than, for example, in your books, because you have the 3D aspect that you don't have in books.
Yeah,
and you can touch it and like push structure to see underneath it.
Yes,
and that's cool. I do believe, because not every school are doing it.
I was gonna ask, is Sherbrooke the only one doing that?
No, I do believe Laval is also
doing that
and
too?
I'm not sure about Montreal. Maybe the 3 school that does it, but I'm not sure Montreal. I'm sure for Laval, but Montreal, I'm not sure, because you need to have the equipment and the person. Giving. And I'm not sure if you know this, but they have too much body to give, because I don't know how to say it, but
when you die, you have the option to donate your body to science.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so there are so many people that want to donate their bodies.
So they are not missing, or they are not trying to have someone to do it. There's so much people that want to do this with their body after death.
I remember. I think I was with you when...
I asked the question who wants to do this?
Yeah.
And she said...
It's surprising.
Surprisingly...
Donate your body to science.
And I do believe it's a great thing, because I learned a lot. And with this knowledge, I will help a lot of people, other patients after it. But it's I think it's a privilege to see.
It is a privilege.
The body in this nature.
And again, it ties in with what we were saying before, experience. You look at the muscles in a book, on a piece of paper. Yeah. It's not the same.
Yeah. No, it's really...
Okay, you know where a bicep is? Okay, fine. Have you ever touched a bicep?
with your hands,
with
like
your bare hands. Yeah.
No, we have gloves.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. No. Yeah.
We have gloves because
we have gloves. We have gloves.
A little bit disgusting when you're touching it.
So with your almost bare hands, you know, you're actually touching
it. It's thin.
Very thin.
Yeah. And we're touching and to see the fibers and feel the muscle, because not every muscle feels the same.
No.
For example, the bicep, like you said, it feels like a big thing, big spongy thing. And when you're going, for example, the Achilles tendon, it's really like stiff, and you feel the difference.
Yeah. And there are so many people that want to donate their body, but the thing is, I think when you asked that question, she said how many hours it took. Because there's someone there's someone who has to actually like take out all the skin and cut at very precise locations. I think it's like thousands of hours.
Yeah,
I think it takes a year.
Much. Yeah.
It takes like a year to just get the body ready.
Because it's easy it's easy. It's not it doesn't take a long time to remove the skin, but after it you need to place structures. For example, you need to remove
fat.
You remove fat. You remove maybe tumor if you have tumor on it. You need to remove every like little things that goes on muscles just to see the muscles and bones and tendon, ligaments.
It's insane.
It's insane, yeah.
And it takes at least a year. I think.
And thousands of years, like you said.
Thousands of hours.
And so much motivation and
motivation.
All my respect goes to that, because it's weird experience. I do believe, because I didn't do it. But I do believe it's something.
Would you donate your body to science?
Yeah.
You would?
Maybe for example, someone crashed into another car and needs a liver to give organs. Right. I would do that first. But
is there a difference between, because I know here in Quebec you have a health card on the back. You can sign to give to donate your organs once you die. It's probably the same for different provinces and countries too. But I think donating your body to science is like a different aspect.
It's a different thing.
I think if I sign the back of the card, it doesn't mean that you can use my body for science.
No,
I think it's a different.
Yeah, I did not sign for scientific
usage.
I signed
for the organs.
Because I do believe it's more important, because it's life for life.
For sure. Why wouldn't you sign the card? Really?
Some people, I mean, there's so much.
I mean, if you take religion aside, why wouldn't you sign to donate your organs?
Some people doesn't like to think that the body will still live.
That's part of religion. But if you take that aside,
I mean, some people does not agree like to do stuff with their body after, because they feel like I just want to be underneath the ground and don't touch my body. That's all.
Okay.
But and I think it's you can. I agree with this, but I mean, when you're dead, you don't really know if we take away the religion aspect.
I guess.
I do believe that your body, you don't do a lot of things with it after it.
Yeah, right. I didn't sign my card for a long time, actually.
For what?
I don't know. I just
procrastination.
not procrastination, but it was in front of me, and I knew I should. Like there was a part of me that said, "Okay, you should really sign this. Like, why wouldn't I sign this?" But I just couldn't. I don't know. I just physically
did not feel.
I just physically could not sign, and that's probably how most people feel, right? But then I suddenly, I did the switch in my life, and I was an English teacher before, and then I changed to science. I studied science, and then I signed it. So maybe it's just the knowledge of science, or just the general interests. I don't know. Or my values. But,
that could be a great question to ask people in the comments.
Yeah, in the comments. Comment below.
For the algorithm of YouTube.
Yeah.
No, that's a great question.
But yeah, I think we're up already. I think it's I think the time is done.
Oh, yeah, for real? Oh, it passed.
Yeah, it passed really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have much more time today.
We can edit.
But man, I could have talked to you for.
That was a nice experience.
Yeah. So we'll be back very soon.
Yeah, talking about another subject, maybe
getting better.
Getting better in English, yeah, that's
for sure.
I do believe I'm not that bad, but I need to progress. Like you said, it's the progression.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, that was a good talk.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, I'll see you. We'll see each other next time.
Yeah,
next week.
Ciao.
Ciao.